Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 6 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. Not with me as always is FHM producer Jeff, because we're here on a random Friday to start doing our GOAT game. A few weeks ago, we polled our community and asked people to nominate players who they thought were the greatest of all time to play hockey. And what we ended up doing was compiling the list, and I've taken it upon myself to import about I think it's right around 42 43 players into the modern day NHL. Basically, I created a brand new team. Hi Gudu. Created a brand new expansion team called the Hockey Goats, who are playing in the NHL. We'll go over a little bit about that. And then I also put the Baby Goats in the AHL. Because, well, injuries do happen. Hopefully we don't run into a lot of them, but, you know, we have to be safe. So, I've moved up. We played one preseason game just to make sure everything was going as good as we could hope. But let's start off by looking at the roster. So you can see overall we have a fairly stacked team. A lot of five-star guys. Again, importing players from different ages. We can see we have quite a wide range from Bobby Orr at 22, Teemu Selanne at 22, all the way up to Gordie Howe at age 47. To make things easier, I named our captain our assistants. Gordie Howe, of course, is going to be our captain. Gretzky and Mario Lemieux as our assistants, a couple 22-year-olds. I have also made sure we are cap compliant, so we're hovering around $78 million, and tried to give players decent contracts. Yes, some guys are really undervalued. Some guys are probably right about where they should be, but it was about making this team as fun as possible. You can see not every player is at the top of their game, but we picked everybody for a reason, which we talked about in particular years. So, for instance, Nick Lindstrom is 37 years old, but he gives us some of that more veteran presence on the blue line. 3 stars is the year he won the Stanley Cup. Captain of the Red Wings, so that's why he's there. Gordie Howe, we didn't go with a young Gordie Howe, we went with an old man Gordie Howe, and still signed him to a 6-year contract just to see how long he could last in modern day NHL. If we even look at our depth chart here, we can see some of our top players apparently are actually playing in the minor leagues. We don't have a lot of guys on left wing, but that's all right. They will work out. Some of our centers will work over. But we can see, for instance, Dennis Pott, Van Scott Stevens, Brian Leach are actually apparently our 3-4-5 defensemen, but they're in the minors because you can see we brought them in and they're 20, 21, 19. That's what I did for most of the AHLers. Try to make them as young as possible because that's where they should be as AHLers. So you can see the outline of our team. We went over a lot of it already. I did go through and pick some logos, and I will show you the Hockey Goats logo you can see here. And actually, just before we go any further, let's look at that team edit here. The colors were given by the game, and I ran with them and decided to make it as such. So we're actually playing out of Floral, Saskatchewan, which if you know your hockey history, you know Floral is where Gordie Howe is from. So that made sense. We put them in the Central Division because Saskatchewan and Central Division's lacking that team, so why not? We gave them a huge capacity arena called the 100 Acre Woods. So there's 44,000 people can come to a game. Lots of luxury boxes. But that's how the color scheme was picked. With that, we have the Baby Goats who play in the AHL. And you can see that nice, beautiful logo we found, which was just perfect. And the Baby Goats actually play out of Brantford, Ontario, which, of course, again, hockey fans should know that's where Wayne Gretzky's from. And they play out of the small acreage place. They only have 19,000 people to watch the Baby Goats play. So we're going to watch and see how both teams kind of do. Again, as I was setting things up, I tried to find the right sort of players to bring in, the right staff to bring in. So if we take a quick look here, Chris Chelios is not only on the AHL team, but he is also our defensive coach for the NHL team. just mirroring each other. We have goaltender Fred Brathwaite as our goalie coach. Offensive coach Joe Mullen, again, very good veteran NHLer from a number of years ago. And skill coach, of course, is going to be Wendell Clark. Guru asks, is Trevor King coach of the Baby Goats? Actually, I didn't look at their staff. I didn't really check it. I'm sure they're going to be fine, though. Again, we played through one preseason game because I just wanted to see what was going on. You can see everybody pretty much is going up on our training camp development, except for Gordie Howe. That's okay. Basically, we can see that our AHL team last night won 8-0 over Grand Rapids. So they're off flying in their first preseason game. And we won our first game 5-2, as we can denote at the top. For the most part, I'm going to let the AHL, or the AI do what we can here and just kind of let things go. We're not going to really look at trading anybody because we have a good team. If we need somebody, we'll bring them up from the minors. You might also note here that I actually was offered the role to be head coach of Team Canada. So I said, sure, why not? If something horrendous happens, we have a backup plan going forward. Again, this stream is going to be intermittent and frequent. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming it all the time. It's not probably going to be consistently on a Friday afternoon. I might not stream it again for 2 weeks. I might stream it on Monday. I really don't know. It kind of depends on how things are going. So make sure you're following us either on our Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/OOTP Development, so you get alerts immediately when we go live. Or, of course, best spot to follow us is going to be on our Twitter page, which is @FranchiseHockey. And if you are following us on social media, on either Twitter or on Facebook, facebook.com/FranchiseHockeyManager, you would have gotten an alert to let you know that the spring sale is on and Franchise Hockey Manager 6 is on sale right now for $19.99 USD. And that's for 2 weeks. So if you've been waiting to pick up Franchise Hockey Manager 6, there is no better time than doing this right now. I have to admit, I'm still not 100% sure if I'm sold on the jerseys yet for our team. We'll kind of see how it goes. We might change it. Gudu Creative in the chat is very excited to see how this goes. We're just going to sim through some of this because it's preseason. It's not too big of a worry. We can take a look here quickly at what our even strength lines are, just because I let the AI do it, and I didn't really mind any of the combinations. Brett Hull, Mario Lemieux, Guy Lafleur on the first line, Marc Messier, Gretzky, Maurice Richard on the second line, Steve Yzerman, Jean Beliveau, Jaromir Jagr on the third line, Mike Bossy, Phil Esposito, and Gordie Howe on the fourth line. Of course, on defense, we have Doug Harvey, Bobby Orr as our first pairing defenseman, Paul Coffey, Ray Bork is the second pairing, and Larry Robinson, Nick Lindstrom as the third pairing. One other key thing to note here is if you look at the ice times, because of how strong our team is, I basically set everybody to 15, 15, 15, 15, 20, 20, 20, because I want everyone to play as much as possible. I let power play and penalty kill, just left it to be, again, what the AI assigned. You can see that there is basically just the top lines because they are so strong, other than Jean Beliveau gets to go up and play D on the second pairing defenseman. But basically, we should have a lot of good goal scoring. I'm really curious. Again, I imported these guys into the 2019-2020 season, so we're going to see what happens. So simming out our next game, and yeah, okay, so we destroyed Philadelphia, held them to 15 shots on net, gave up 2 goals, but we put up 5 against Carter Hart. Poor Carter Hart doesn't know what's going on. 5-2 victory. Again, Mario Lemieux, 4 points, just kick it off. Bobby Hull's throwing a puck in the net. And if we just take a quick look at some of our stats. Again, some guys' defensive game rating's not going to be too good to start as they're adjusting to the new tactics. Again, let the AI kind of handle it. Steve Yzerman's improving on left wing. Awesome. And we're going to see some guys move over to that wing to strengthen the left wing because we don't have a lot of guys there right now. And all right. We're going to give Hasek the night off and put in Patrick Waugh for his first game. Playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we win 4-2. Again, held them to 16 shots, put up 57. Mario Lemieux destroys his team he owns, much to the surprise of no one. But the good news is we're getting scoring from a lot of good ones. Gudu asked the question, now it'd take a wise person to predict who will be the top point scorer for the team. Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, the biggest question I have is, do you think we can go 82-0? Because I think it's possible. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but I think there's definitely a chance. Okay, just checking in on the baby goats, and Pavel Bure has 3 goals in 20 minutes of ice time. Excellent. And honestly, the top point guy, it's going to be tough. It could easily be Bobby Orr. I could see Bobby Orr being in on a lot of games. Okay, game versus Calgary here. We'll leave everybody in. As such, Hasek finally gets a little bit warm. He makes 19 saves, his most amount of saves yet. And we put up 48 against Calgary, winning 3-0. Although at this rate, it's very possible it's going to be Mario Lemieux as most amount of points. We will see how things go. And all right, next game up. Throw Waugh back in the net. Game 2 and win. Okay, well, we shellacked Jake Allen and the St. Louis Blues. Put up 47 shots on net. He let in a lot. Nick Lindstrom comes in with 2 goals. Gilbert Liveau, 1 goal, 1 assist. Mario Lemieux, 1 goal, 1 assist. Nicely done. And all right. Question from the chat of why should someone buy Franchise Hockey Manager 6? And well, there's a variety of reasons why you should buy Franchise Hockey Manager 6, but you come to the official channel. So you're obviously not looking for too much of an unbiased opinion. You know, it's probably better to ask this question on our forums. But, we lost Maurice Richard. He's gone for 6 days. Mild abdominal strain. All right, so we're going to put Timo Solani's just going to jump right in and get into his first game. Our game is developed by a small group of players, and we are consistently developing the game. This is now possibly and likely the final version of FHM 6 as we are moving and gearing towards our new release, which should be in the fall. And so we are fully supported. The game is built from the ground up for hockey, unlike some others in the genre. And so you're going to see more realistic stats as well. As we continue to sim through a game here. Oh, that's the most amount of shots we've given up, 26. But good thing is we scored 11 goals just to, keep it even. Oh, sorry, we put up 60 shots. All right, so definitely a big thing. And we just lost Jaromir Jagr for 4 days. All right, so take a look here. Wayne Gretzky only played 14 minutes, just over 14 minutes. We might have to call somebody else up, so let's look at our depth chart. We're going to call up Bryan Trottier for now. Dominic, I can't go into too much more, but again, if you want to come to our official forums, which is ootpdevelopments.com, and come ask, you can come talk to the community about it, or even join our Discord and ask that question too. The link to our Discord is in our Twitter profile, which is @FranchiseHockey. Bryan Trottier wants number 19, but that's already Larry Robinson's, so he's not going to get it. He's going to take number 98. And of course he's okay with it. If you have any specific questions, Dominic, as well, I'll be happy to answer them. And I should say, Franchise Hockey Manager as well has a complete historical mode for all of the NHL and WHA, and as well some of the other earlier leagues like the Pacific Coast Hockey Association, West Coast Hockey Association, or West Coast Hockey League leagues as well. If you're like playing historical. And I should note as well, this game we did not start with opening night 2019 rosters. I went with the post-trade deadline rosters. So you'll see a guy like Dylan DeMello is on Winnipeg already. Unless, of course, trades did happen over the summer too as I was advancing, because teams are reevaluating their needs or thinking that they're going to be better or worse than how they are. Plus, with having a new dominant powerhouse in the NHL, the Goats, might scare some other teams away. And all right, so Bobby Ryan is on waivers from Buffalo. All right, so we can see a lot. Warning, players on your farm need to be cleared. We don't have anyone. And that's perfect. Gudu thinks we can go 82-0 just from the amount of firepower. I think it's very possible. The other thing is, do you think we could take all 10 spots in the points category? I think that's less than likely, but at the same time, it would be interesting to see if we could. All right, season preview. This is the part I was most curious about. While the NHL season is about to get underway, the early Stanley Cup favorite appears to be hockey. Led by Wayne Gretzky, general manager Max Power has built a squad that will be hard to beat this team this year, but they can expect challenges from Julien Brisebois' Tampa Bay Lightning in Toronto, featuring center Austin Matthews. Among the dark horses, Pittsburgh stands out as a possible challenger with a big season from Sidney Crosby. The scoring race will likely be between hockey's Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux of hockey and Jean Beliveau of hockey. The top defenseman in the league is generally considered to be the hockey goats blue liner Bobby Orr, with hockey's Ray Bork and Doug Harvey of hockey also in the running. Finally, among goaltenders, hockey's Dominic Hasek stands out as the league's best, with Anaheim's John Gibson and Andrei Vasilevsky of Tampa Bay could also steal a game for their team. So overall, it feels like most people think we are pretty good. And so that's important. All right, Richard is back soon, and Jaeger is back soon. And we'll kick the season off at Columbus. I'm very curious to see. No pressure. Goody says no pressure. Yeah. Lots of pressure. And we've had some guys start off with some great nights. Wow. Austin Matthews, 4 points. Patrice Bergeron, 5 points. Brad Marchand, 5 points. Jaeger is ready to play. Kyle Posko gets moved. Okay, Maurice Richard is not quite ready to come back. I mean, he could, but let's not risk it. We'll leave Solani in there for a little bit longer. At this rate, I'm going to... I'll leave Trottier up for another game. We will play this game out. Just kind of see how things go here. We're just going to watch all goals. Because, let's be honest, that's going to be the best part. Oh man, we get up the first goal? That's terrible. First shot of the game. Hasek gives up a goal. Alright. Okay, we couldn't score on a power play? Oh, that's not good. But we are badly out shooting them. Hull is all over the place. And there we go. Guy Lafleur scores the first official goal for the Hockey Goats. 13 shots on net before we finally score. And it's 1-1 after one. Bobby Orr keeps taking penalties. What's going on? And we continue to pour on the shots. And there we go. Teemu Selanne, our 13th forward, scores the second goal for the Goats, assisted by Wayne Gretzky. All right. And Mario Lemieux finally jumps on the board, assisted by Lafleur and Bossy. And suddenly we begin to start moving a little bit, but uh-oh. Spoke too soon? Oh. What's going on? Hasek. Make those saves, man. 3-2 after 2. Oh no. Oh, come on, boys. This is not good. Wow, we might lose the first game of the year thanks to Gordie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lemieux on the breakaway. Whew. Way to go, Mario Lemieux. 4-3 lead. And then Guy Lafleur takes a penalty. Oh no. What are you doing, Lafleur? And they tie it up. Oh my goodness. What is going on? And our first game of the season goes into overtime. Worse yet, it goes into a shootout and we lose. We lose the first game. Oh man, we put up 52 shots on net and we cannot win. Oh boy, that's bad. So what happened here? Wayne Gretzky scored, Lemieux scored, Jaeger didn't, Bossy didn't, Lafleur didn't. Oh boy, oh boy. I am disappointed to say the least. First game of the year and a loss. I guess it was an overtime or a shootout loss. Most of these guys have never played in a shootout era, so only 2 of them have, I believe. Yeah, I believe only 2 of them have. All right, so we'll take that. All right, game versus Dallas here. We put Maurice Richard back in. We're going to just let him fly. Sim this game out. See if it goes any better. And all right, there we go. Hasek picks up the win. 23 saves. He gets hot. That's a better start for us. He starts back-to-back nights because, you know, Hasek. 50 shots on goal and we score 6. All right. I feel much better about that. Gordie in the chat says 81-1. No, Gordie, it would be 81-0-1 if we do it. Bobby Clark improves on left wing. And that's the other thing, too, is we are training a lot of guys to play a different position. Guy Lafleur's got 6 points, 3 goals. All right. Begins slowly climbing the ranks. All right. Game versus San Jose here. We'll leave Hasek in net, sim it out, and oh man, we lost. And Mario Lemieux got hurt. What? Oh man. So Lemieux's gonna miss 2 weeks. All right. Okay, Gretzky's gonna move up to the number one spot. Beliveau can move up to the number 1 spot. Phil. Okay, I don't remember who I clicked on. Mario plays with Esposito. Okay, then we'll go Mario. Oh man, who was the other one on that line? Bossy. Bossy was a winger though. All right, Gordie Howe's going to move back over to center. And we'll put Solani in now. All right. I guess we could have just put Trottier in on the first line, but we'll see how this works. I guess now it's going to be 81-1, assuming, right? That's it. Ottawa started out 4-0. All right, 5-3 win versus Chicago. Gets us back on track a little bit. Gordie Howe puts in his first of the year. That's better. Not exactly great ratings from everybody, so we'll kind of see how things go. Offensively, okay. Defensively, not great. Although we picked a lot of guys who were not known for their incredible defensive prowess. So that may be part of it. And game versus Buffalo here, we will put Patrick Waugh in net. Sim it out, and Waugh picks up his first win. We win in overtime even. Not overtime, we won in a shootout. Gretzky scores the only goal of the shootout. All right. Take the wins as they come. And as we continue here, all right, put Hasek in net for this game versus the Hurricanes, sim it out, and all right, 9-2 victory for us. Actually, I guess Hasek played in, so that'd be three players, but played in the shootout era. Oh, Pronger, even though he hasn't played in a game yet, would be 4. Okay. Numbers keep going up a little bit as I think about the team more and more. All right, finally seeing Gretzky's finally warming up a little bit. Has a hat trick. 4 goals. Take it back. Great game from him. 5 goals. 5-goal game from Gretzky. My bad. Bobby Orr picks up 4 assists as well and a goal. That's better. 6 points for Gretzky, 4 points for Bobby Hull, 4 assists for Guy Lafleur. That's more what we expect. And some suspensions that don't affect us. All right, teams may be settling down a little bit now. I'm not sure. Here's hoping. Not even, we're third in our division still, but we have 1 game in hand. All right. Stan Mikita's getting better on right wing, and Gilbert Perreault's getting better on left wing. Fantastic. Game versus Colorado. We'll leave Hasek in net here, even though we probably should have played Patrick Waugh, huh? All right, submit out and win again, 6-2. Guy Lafleur continues to score. I don't know if I would have picked Guy Lafleur as our top point getter, but it seems very possible. Mike Bossy finally chips in his first goal of the year. Bobby Hull scores on the power play. Better. And we should actually take a look to see how our AHL team's doing here too. The Baby Goats are 6-1-0 for 12 points. Well done. Just take a quick look at their team. See Jacques Plant's in net. He's only 2.5 ability because he is 23. Tony Esposito is right behind him, 1.5. Taking a quick look at their stats summary. Karlamov is leading them 12 points in 7 games. Pavel Bure is right behind at 11. Potvin's 9. Peter Forsberg 8. Frank McGee 8 points in 7 games. Brian Leach 7-7. All right, so they're getting lots of goals. Important. Bobby Clark not scoring. Disappointing. Neither has Marcel Dion. Taking a quick look at our stats. Guy Lafleur 17 points in 7 games. Bobby Orr 14-7. Gretzky 13-7. Mark Messier, no points so far. What's going on, Messier? Step it up. Maurice Richard's been hurt. He's finally back to full health. No goals either. That's not great for Maurice Richard. Come on, man. You got to pick it up. All right. Simming it out again here versus Washington, and we win again. 4-2. A little bit closer. And Gretzky extends his point streak. And there we go. We're starting to see more red names dominate and climb up the points, goals, and assists. Ooh, Kyle Connor's gone for the Jets for 4 months. Ooh, that's rough. I don't think I would have picked Guy Lafleur. But hey, you know what? Chemistry is important. Next game versus Ottawa. We're going to actually put Patrick Waugh. No, we'll leave Hasek in net for this one because he did play for Ottawa, so he'll go against his former team. Sim it out and pulls out the shutout. 5-0 win. Gretzky, 2 goals, 1 assist. All right, Ray Bourque scores his first of the season. Fantastic. And we've now slipped up to 7-1-1. Not bad. And we are in first in the Central. Boston's doing very well. 7-3. 10 games. All right, game versus the New York Islanders. So let's put Patrick Waugh in for the beginning of this doubleheader. And wow, that is a kicking. Islanders only get 7 shots against us. Maurice Richard finally scores on the power play. And maybe he'll take off there. 52 shots on net, 7 shots against. That's a much better defensive performance. And we can see all the numbers look better. Wayne Gretzky continues to extend his. Northern Sky says, what's a goat? Do you mean an animal or do you mean in general? Goat is, well, yes, it is old players for one. But it's also known as the greatest of all time, as voted on by our community. And so it just became kind of a joke to call the team the Goats. And so we got a logo of the goat. And so everything just kind of worked out that way. Game versus Chicago. We have Hasek in net playing his former team, and we lose 2-1. What? Oh, man. What happened? Geez, they were beating us 2-0, and we just couldn't get another one in. That's too bad. Scored on the power play. Just under 5 minutes left. Yeah, so Northern Sky, again, if you missed the start of our stream, this was an expansion team we created and basically added players from who are now retired. We had no current players added to the team, and took them from good seasons, whether it was good point totals or years they won the Stanley Cup, or years maybe they had a deep playoff run, to build this team. And unfortunately, we just lost our second game of the year. So, well, third game technically, second game in regulation. And we took them all and put them in the 2019-2020 season and just playing it out to see how things go. Perhaps we need a little more Patrick Waugh. Okay, Mario Lemieux is kind of ready. How close is he? 80%. All right. Let's get Lemieux back in there. Put Mario Lemieux on the second line. Let's put him up to there. Move him up to the second line, though, on the wing. Evening out the ice times. I don't actually mind that a little bit better. I'm going to change Lemieux's tactics off playmaker, though. We're going to put him as sniper because he'll fit that line a little bit better with Guy Lafleur, Jean Beliveau. Kind of see how this goes. Hasek back in net, sim it out, and there we go, 6-2 win. Oh, that's better. They score first, but then we start putting in more. Okay, maybe that first line of Gretzky, Hull, and Yager are going to start paying off. Mark Messier finally scores. Wow. Took him a sweet time to finally get a goal. Northern Sky, our minor team is pretty good. If we put them into the NHL, they would still probably win. Again, we imported everybody. We gave them contracts. Almost all of the AHLers are we imported them between the ages 18 to 23-ish. 22, I think, was kind of what I tried to limit it to. We'll just take a quick look again because you joined. So the baby goats in the AHL. Apparently, they picked up Nicholas Kurtles for some reason, but whatever. Gonna move him down. Oh, Karlamov got hurt. That's part of it. Gluteus strain. He strained his butt. But yeah, that's a pretty solid group of players. Continuing here, Lemieux's only at 67%. He's going to play through it anyways. And we beat Calgary 6-3. We score, then they score twice. 3 times. They go up 3-1, but then we score 3 straight goals. Okay, that Jaeger, Gretzky, whole line is working. Bobby Orr chipping in there too. Like it a lot. Mike Bossy is hurting out 8 days. Oh, no. All right, Bossy goes out. And you know what we're going to... No, we'll put Solani in. I was tempted to put Trottier in, but Trottier was not given one of the top roles, so we better put Solani in first. Yeah, I like that. All right. Waugh comes in for this game versus Chicago. Sim it out and picks up a 4-0 win. Wow. Subban lasts 5 shots against before he's taken out of the game. 42 shots against, 4-0 win. Gretzky continues to put up 3 points. Bobby Hull puts up 3 points. Jaeger puts up 2 points. Okay, yeah, our first line is beginning to click. Apparently, we just needed to redo the lines a little bit. All right. Gotta love that too. Patrick Waugh has a 0.65 goals against average. Every player who is on either the NHL team or the AHL team was voted on by you, our fans, in our poll that was conducted from our forums, our Facebook page, and our Twitter. Pavel Bure. Yeah, there you go. 4 points in a 7-2 win by the Baby Goats. Man, the Baby Goats are beating us. They're 13-1. We're 11-2-1. All right, game versus the Rangers. Simming it out again, and another win, 5-1 win. All right, Paul Coffey, goal. Ray Bork, goal. Gretzky, goal and assist. All right. Gretzky's got 16 goals already. Love it. Bobby Orr's got 5. Things are clicking a little better. And things have gone just about as well as we could have hoped. Goats Esposito and Gilbert Perreault have been named as the top players. Gilbert Perreault has 21 points in 14 games. Gilbert Perreault. All right, game versus Nashville. Put Waugh back in net. sim it out, and we beat them 5-1. 55 shots on net. Again, well done, boys. Phil Esposito, 2 goals. Mark Messier finally getting some more points. 1 goal, 1 assist. Bobby Orr, 3 assists. Oh, Wayne Gretzky did pick up an assist. Whew. Wonder if he was going to keep his point streak going or not. And Mario Lemieux improves on left wing. Bobby Hull wasn't doing so good. I'd consider moving Mario up to the first line with Gretzky. All right, and 4 assists for Brian Leach. Pavel Bure scores some more. Ethan Peters thinks that the season is a great success so far and the team is in outstanding shape. The performance in the last few weeks confirms this impression. Your record is 13-2-1. From a long-term perspective, he is happy. Looking at our job security, we're at 94. So, yeah, we should be. Excellent. Gooder, Jeff will be pleased about Messier. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be just utterly thrilled. Again, if you didn't see our posting from just a little over an hour ago, or if you're watching this on our YouTube page right now, and this is May 8th, for the next 2 weeks, Franchise Hockey Manager 6 is on sale for $19.99 USD. There is no better time to grab your own copy than right now. Don't miss out. All right. Okay, Mike Bossy is ready to play, but we're going to leave him out for another day or two, so hopefully gets up to 100%. That's right, I'm going to send Trottier back down so he can hopefully go get in a few games with the baby goats. Hasek's in net for a game versus the LA Kings. And we only give up 10 shots on net and win 2-0. 47 shots against. Gretzky continues to put up points. And there, finally, Hasek climbs into the top 8 of goals against. Pretty even swap. All right, once Mike Bossies is probably ready to return is probably when we will call it for today's stream. Again, this is going to be a very intermittent stream. It might show up on a Friday, it might show up on a Monday, it might show up twice in a day. I really don't know how it's going to go. It's just kind of going to depend on my schedule, which, like everybody else, is kind of all over the place right now. I'm thinking I'm going to try and get on Monday, but I don't know for sure. I don't want to completely commit to that. So make sure you're following us on Twitter at FranchiseHockey, or subscribe to our Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/OOTP Developments, to know exactly when we will be back. And again, another victory. Oh, Gretzky finally gets a point in the third period. It was getting a little bit worrisome there. So far, so good. 15-2-1. Not bad. It's tough to increase your goals against when you're only getting 12 shots on net a game. Bossy says he's ready to come back. All right. Last game, Hasek and net versus Dallas. And he steals another one. 5-3 victory. Phil Esposito goal and assist. They score first, but then Guy Lafleur ties it up. Bobby Orr scores. Maurice Richard, Marc Messier, Phil Esposito. Gretzky picks up a second assist. Ooh, he does manage to stay. Wasn't sure if he was going to. With Mike Bossy. All right. And one last game versus Vegas. So we'll play that game out and then we'll call it for a day then. We're going to put Patrick Waugh in net. See what happens. Play this game versus Vegas. Couldn't score on the first power play. That's disappointing. And Gretzky scores. Assisted by Bobby Hull and Jaromir Jagr. And Gretzky scores number 2, assisted by Doug Harvey and Bobby Orr. Mike Bossy scores, assisted by Gordie Howe and Nick Lindstrom. All right, fourth line getting in on it. End of the first, 3-0 us. Shot 16-5. Like it. Oh, man. Not good when we go to a 5-on-3. You're going to be on the penalty kill. You're going to give up goals. Doesn't matter who you are. After twos, 3-1, shots 36-9. And all right, Marc Messier finally scores another one. Mike Bossy and Jean Beliveau get the assists. And 4-1, looking like we're probably going to run away with this now. 50 shots on net. Gretzky with the dagger. 5-1. Are we seriously giving up a goal with 24 seconds left? All right, Bobby Orr, just to make sure they understand the point of how much better we are than they are. 6-1. 24 seconds left. End of game. Wayne Gretzky with the hat trick. Bobby Orr, 1 goal, 2 assists. Bobby Hull, 2 assists in the game. And it's over. 58 shots to 16. We are 17-2-1 for 35 points. And that is a thing of beauty. So, with that in mind, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments, although all of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. Of course, we are doing other streams at different times, just like this one. So make sure, as I've said multiple times, you're following us on Twitter, which is @FranchiseHockey. You can also link to our Discord to get an alert, which is in our Twitter profile. You can follow us on our Twitch page. You can also follow us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/FranchiseHockeyManager to get some alerts as well. Come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums, where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, or anything else you want to talk about. We will be back again with this game. We're excited with where it's going. Again, already at 17-2-1 for 35 points. We are leading the Western Conference as expected. San Jose is doing surprisingly better than they probably should be at 27 points. But hey, we'll see how that goes for the rest of the year. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week.